Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Soul Messenger Tarot 369. I am Brittany and I will be your guide this evening for our Halloween tarot reading. Okay, so we're going to pull on the energy. Today is Halloween. We're going to, first of all, light our candle and ask that our angels, ancestors, spirit guides, and ascended masters please return to sender all negative energies, entities, and evil eyes sent towards us to the sender. Please and thank you. All right. Let's go ahead and get the little crystal ball out, shall we? Why the heck not? It is Halloween after all. Where are you? Sorry, I got my big old box of goodies down here. Sometimes it takes me a minute to sort through them. Okay. We've got our pretty little rose quartz crystal ball that we'll put right there in our cute little tree. It's perfect for Halloween, isn't it? All right, now we're going to clear and cleanse the energy with our sage. Okay. We only allow in that which is for our best and highest good as we seek the truth and clarity. Please and thank you. All right, so it is Halloween. The veil is thin, right? The veil is thin. So what is it the Spirit wants us to know right now? All right. If you, if you feel that you have someone who's passed on, who is, out there looking after you, and you see a lot of feathers, a lot of a certain type of bug, or you hear a certain song over and over and over again, or if you hear a certain song and it just hits you differently, those are all signs. If you actually keep seeing the same numbers repeatedly, okay, that is also a sign, all right, that from your spirit guides, but also this particular person. Also, if there's something that they liked particularly, like if they were really into bees or something like that, and suddenly you're seeing a lot of bees, then that is a sign to you that that person is in fact with you. They are looking over you, watching over you from the other side, and they are just giving you a little tap on the shoulder to remind you that they're there. Nothing to be afraid of. As long as you have good intentions and you are reaching out to spirits who also have good intentions, right? We ask that, God protect us always as we open ourselves up to the spiritual realm, because yes, there are very deceptive spirits. There are evil entities that if you don't know what you're doing, can and will absolutely try to lead you astray. So it is important to make sure as well that you are coming in with good intentions and pure energy, because if you do, then that is what you will be attracting as well. Although the darkness is drawn to the light as well. So you just have to be careful. All right, so Spirit. Okay, so one of the things that I wanted to say is some of my cards, they're not like super ruined or anything, like they're not like beyond repair, but there was a little bit of a flood, okay, on my table here, that caused quite a few of my decks to get pretty well soaked, and I had to kind of air them out, dry them off. This is one of them, but as you can see, it's not too bad. Just had to treat them very carefully for a little while. So I feel like that's a message in itself. Okay, you may be feeling flooded, okay, or you may have had some kind of physical flood, but I'm getting more that it's more symbolic, flooded with emotions. Okay, right? Ace of Cups, flooded with emotions, flooded with thoughts and feelings about a particular person or situation, okay? And you may not even like know where it's coming from. You may not even really understand it. You know, you just have an overwhelming feeling, right? You may just have the urge to cry or get angry. You know what I mean? Like, I do feel at this moment in time that may be something that if you are part of my collective, then you are probably experiencing. As well, if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe to the video and or the channel as a whole. Welcome to all of my return subscribers and new subscribers as well, or if you're not a subscriber at all, welcome. I hope you will enjoy your time with us here and come back. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna, this is one of the other decks that got kind of wet. It was only like 3 cards. This one is a little more messed up, but I'm sure if we just put a little weight on it, flatten it out, give it some time, right, it'll get right back into shape. So I feel that too, like you may be a little bent out of shape about something, or someone else may be a little bent out of shape about something, but it's like, you know, just give it time, you know, to dry off and put a little pressure on it, and it'll come back to shape, right? Come back into shape, whatever that means, right? Take it as you will. I am not quite sure what deck I am feeling most right now. I think it's probably this one. This one has been one of my favorite decks as of late. This was one of my first couple of decks I ever got, in fact. This deck has been with me from the beginning of my tarot days. And I feel like that, you know, right now especially is important. It's like it holds a certain energy from a time where I was just beginning my spiritual journey. Okay, so it holds a sentimental value, but it also holds a particular energy that, like, I'm trying to hold on to, right? It's like trying to hold the vision of what it was that brought you here in the first place, and keeping your eyes on the prize as to where you go from here. Okay, that's kind of the feeling that I'm getting. So let's, without further ado, okay, the Tower and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So, like I said, you know, you may have had this vision, you know, when you got on your spiritual path, on your spiritual journey, you may have had a vision in your mind of, you know, where you wanted to go or what you thought it was going to look like when you came out the other side. And it's like, that is just blown up. Okay. That has just been blown up out of the water. Okay. And maybe that's part of where this flood is coming from, you know, because you've got this flood of emotions, because it's like nothing is turning out like you thought it would. Nothing is turning out like you planned. Maybe you even did some kind of manifestations, right? And although you are manifesting something, it is nothing like you planned, right? It's not that this is an Ace of Pentacles reverse. It's not a missed opportunity. Okay. It's still, you know, it's still an opportunity. It's still something new, but it's something new to even you. It's like something that you never even thought of, right? Because Spirit wants to give you more. Spirit wants to give you, you may have been in lack for so long, right? Because you didn't even know your own worth, and Spirit wants to show you. Okay? What else do we need to know here? What else do we need to know? Okay. 21. The World. Okay. You are closing out a cycle, closing out. I feel like too that you have closed out many lifetimes of karma in this one particular lifetime. So you have been through quite a lot. Okay. Quite a lot. More than most people can handle in any one lifetime. And you've handled a lifetime's worth of karma in this one particular lifetime, and you finally closed out that cycle. So you are moving on karma free. Okay, you get a gift. All right, that's also what I'm seeing here. This Ace of Pentacles is some kind of gift. Maybe that it's, you know, you went through tower after tower after tower after tower, and now Spirit is finally gifting you the end of this cycle of towers. Okay. Let's just pull on that a little bit. Okay. Give me the Tower. Okay, we have the Nine of Cups reverse. Okay, so I feel like you are the kind of person who maybe you have been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for your turn to get what you want. You know, you're a good, kind, patient, person, and you have had to watch everybody else get everything that you ever wanted, while you sit back and have to watch everything that you wanted taken from you in some way, shape, or form, or just made it so that it was always out of reach. And it's like the cycle of you not having what you want, not getting what you want. Those days are over. The gift is now you get to have what you want from now on. And I think the thing that's ironic about this is that many people may have actually said that you were spoiled or a brat, right? That you always get your way, you always get what you want, and that's really not been the reality. They may feel that way because they didn't get what they wanted out of you, so they felt that in that way that maybe you were still getting what you wanted, but that was never what you wanted, because I feel like other people always had bad intentions for you, wanted to take things from you. You know, you wanted what you wanted, and you wanted it because it was yours, not because you were coveting what somebody else wanted or had. All right, moving on. Okay. Page of Cups. So this could be, also a cycle of fake love, right? People who pretended to love you, people who were supposed to love you, but didn't really truly love you, or loved you a little bit, but not really that much, not enough to ever really put you first, or, so this is like ending the cycle as well of, half love, fake love, no love, right? Or foolish love, it's like you're going to have a more deep, mature kind of love in the future. The kind of love that you give, right? It's like you're finally going to start receiving that, because this Page of Cups, right? This is part of the Tower. This is part of the cycle that is over. Okay. Three of Cups reverse. Okay. You may have dealt with, surface level. I'm going to call it surface level. Page of Cups. This is like relationships that are surface level only, based off of, other people's needs and wants from you. Okay, or what they can take from you with the Nine of Cups here, right? People who were overindulging, right, on you and your energy, making sure that they got what they wanted before you did, and you never got what you wanted because there was never anything left for you by the time they took it all, right? Also overindulgence, okay? This is addictions. This is people with gambling problems, drinking problems, drug problems, could even be overindulging on their own wants and needs. People who are just super immature and selfish, okay? Could be overindulging on superficial relationships as well, right? Okay, so surface level relationships, that's not you, that's not who you are. And although you may have attracted that type of energy towards you, because like I said, the darkness is attracted to the light, you are the light, this darkness was attracted to you. But I feel like part of your journey, part of what you've had to learn, part of your revelations, okay, with this Tower here, has been the gift that you have learned. Okay, part of the gift is learning the lessons, having the revelations. And one of, like I said, you've had many of these Tower moments. One of these is being able to recognize these superficial, surface level people, who just want to take from you. So that's part of the gift, is you now have the gift of discernment. Okay, you now see these people from a mile away, and you keep them that way, right? You don't deal with these types of people anymore. Let's see, anything else? Anything else for the Tower? Anything else for the Tower? Okay. We have Knight of Cups and King of Pentacles, right? It's just reiterating what I already said. You're no longer accepting these, half-ass offers from King of Pentacles, masculine people who want to seem like big daddy type energies, okay, but in reality they're just a Page of Cups, right? Okay, Knight of Cups is and Page of Cups is still very immature, right? Okay, so you've learned to recognize these types of people and say no thank you to them. Okay, Ace of Pentacles, why is that here? Okay, yeah, so Seven of Swords reverse. So I feel like, again, with this Ace of Pentacles here, it's a gift, right? But part of the gift is what you've learned along the way, through all of these Tower moments. And what you've learned is you've caught many people in the act of hating on you, speaking badly on you, wanting to take what is yours, wanting to make sure that you don't get what is yours because of, they're jealous or whatever the reason may be. Lying, cheating, stealing. You have caught people in the act. Okay. This is also because of your gifts, of your spiritual gifts. Okay. It has helped you to catch these people in the act. And I'm not sure if they actually come clean, but I can tell you that they do definitely regret it, right? Truths revealed, like I said, with these Tower moments, okay? It's like every time there was a truth revealed, another revelation, another truth revealed, another Tower. It hits you like a flood every single time. And I feel like the final flood is here, or has already come to pass, or is going to come to pass very soon for some of you. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles, please. What else do we need to know for Ace of Pentacles? What else do we need to know? Okay, so we have the Hierophant in reverse. I am getting to that this is, you don't even know, okay? Or you may not be aware, some of you may be, some of you may not be, that there were actually institutions, okay, that were coming against you, high level, powerful corporations, organizations, things like that, okay, covens, churches that were actively, energetically working against you, trying to make sure that you never reached the end. And so again, I'm also getting that you do things a little differently, a little unconventionally. This is another one of your gifts. You do what Spirit tells you to when Spirit tells you to. And so that makes you very formidable. Abominable is the other word that I'm getting there. It makes you very unstoppable, undefeatable. Like you, because you walk with Spirit. You, like I said, you do what Spirit tells you to when Spirit tells you to, and that is very unconventional. Most people are not that tapped in. They don't have that kind of ability, but it has led you to the end. Okay, the Spirit has led you to the end, and you are not afraid to do things that maybe make you seem silly or out of the ordinary, or maybe against, I'm not saying necessarily illegal, but against the law, in that, it may not necessarily be the legal or right way to do things, but you do them anyways, and nobody really has the power to come against you to stop or prevent you anyways, kind of thing. Because you do have a lot of spiritual protection and guidance here. So anything else for Ace of Pentacles, please? Ace of Pentacles. Okay, we have Ace of Swords. I'm just going to say that's truth, but also, everything that I've said is the truth, but it's also breakthrough, okay? It's clarity. It's mental clarity. It is you speaking the truth. It is you seeking the truth, finding the truth, speaking the truth, seeing the truth, hearing the truth, making sure that others do as well. It's just breakthroughs all around, okay? Mental clarity. You're very intelligent, okay? This is part of why and how Spirit is able to work with you in this way. Okay, you probably have a very high IQ mentally, but I'm thinking emotionally as well with all the cups that we had over there. Okay, and we have the Six of Wands. Right? Okay, so there may be someone that's very egotistical, okay, in your energy. And you I'm getting that you have been trying to get through to this person, and whether you realize it or not, little by little, what you're saying, what you're trying to get them to see, it's coming slowly but surely. It's having an effect, and I feel like Spirit is working on this so that eventually there will be some kind of breakthrough. But also I'm getting to you don't care. You don't care if you standing in the truth makes you unpopular. Okay. You don't care what other people think. You don't care about your public persona, right? You are true to who you are, not who society thinks you should be. Okay. And this has also brought you to the end, this could be leaving the matrix, okay, kind of thing as well. But this is what has brought you success. The World, please. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so you have reached the end. It's like I'm getting the feeling of when you find the leprechaun and you follow the rainbow to the end and you get the pot of gold. You're at the pot of gold. Okay, this is the end, the world. Okay, and you're at the pot of gold. I'm also getting to this is with the world and the Wheel of Fortune. I'm getting, it's the end of the age, the end of an era, and the wheel is turning now. It is the new era. So it is the end and the renewal, okay, kind of thing. It's the end, but it's never really the end. Time goes on. Okay. I'm getting the feeling that you may be experiencing the loss of someone as well with the world here. It could be the end of this person's time, on earth with you. So you may want to, even if you've had, hard times with this person, disagreements, whatever the case may be, make peace. Okay. Make peace, because they might be passing away soon. You never know. You never know. You might be passing away soon. I really hope that's not the case. We're going to knock on wood for that one. Our collective is protected. We still have work to do here. But I do feel like someone here has served their purpose and their time may be up. What else? What else for the world, please? The world. What else can you tell me about the world? We have the Page of Pentacles and the Three of Cups reverse again. So you may be getting some kind of news about this overindulgent person or energy. Okay, but I'm also getting to, again, just reiterating that it is the end of these overindulgent energies, feeding on you type of thing, for sure as well. Anything else for the world? The world. Okay, we have Five of Cups reverse. Regret, failure, disappointment, pessimism, loss, and grief. Like I said, grief. I am getting this feeling of grief. Okay, so either you're going to be grieving the loss of someone, whether it is, physically, energetically, spiritually, whatever the case may be. This person may be leaving the physical plane. And so you are going to be experiencing some type of grief. It could also be that this overindulgent person is experiencing some type of grief because they can't go to this next level with you. Okay. We have the Six of Pentacles. It's like Six of Pentacles is giving and receiving, balance, wealth. It's like, again, sharing, inheritance, the gifts. This person, they don't have what it takes to be able to go to the next level with you. Okay. You are progressing. You are moving forward. You are the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. This person does not have the gifts, the talents, the drive, the money. They don't have anything. They don't have anything, right? They didn't learn the lessons that you did. Maybe it was supposed to be that they came with you. And so this is why there's grief on both sides, that this person didn't make the cut. Okay. But they can't come with you. You are going to be now on a new path, on a new level where people are more balanced with you and your energy. Okay. What else can you tell us about this? What do we need to know? Okay. So we have war. Oh, wait, where'd it go? There we go. War. Crazy. Lost. Ghosted. Okay, so we're talking about Halloween here, right? Okay, so I do feel like there is a level of the veil is thin, okay? Whether that means that it is actually easier to tap into this person's spirit, okay, or if they're actually crossing over into the spirit. I'm not entirely sure about that. But there has been a war, okay? It's a spiritual war. It's been crazy, right? And someone has become a lost soul, maybe because they ghosted you, or like I said, they're going to become a ghost, right? And because they're this like lost soul, okay? And it's crazy, right? It's crazy to think that it's like maybe they started this war in the first place, kind of thing. And it's also as well, it's like the moment that you pick a fight, right? That you start a war with someone. It's crazy because the moment that you do that, you've already lost. If you feel the need to go to war with someone, that you can't come to someone peacefully and in harmony, especially someone who like you seems to be quite peaceful and harmonious and balanced, then they've already lost. And I feel too like this person either has ghosted you in the past, just kind of up and left, right? Without explanation, without apology, without without any contact, right? They ghosted you. And so I feel like too, this is part of maybe their karma, is that they're actually going to get ghosted, like they're going to become a ghost. Spirit has a sense of humor. Sometimes it's a little dark, and I feel like that might be the case here. It's like they ghosted you, and now Spirit is going to make them a ghost for real. Anything else? If you're looking for zodiac signs, right? There's a lot of earth signs and water signs here. Okay. So you may be an earth sign or a water sign, or you're dealing with an earth sign or a water sign. But really, I don't put much stock into that. I just read the energy. And we have a sour, salty, desperate bitch. Okay. So, again, someone may have tried to wage war on you, and they're mad, crazy, sour, salty, and desperate because they lost, and they may be getting ghosted, okay, by someone else. Okay. Okay. We have gift, which I was already saying that Ace of Pentacles is gift, right? Witch and go. So I'm getting that you may be a witch. You may have come up against some other witch, right? You're a light witch, they're a dark witch, okay? Your gifts, right? And part of what's happening here is that whoever came up against you spiritually waged this war on you. They're crazy, and they are losing their gifts, okay? Their spiritual gifts because of what they've done to you. Okay. Anything else? And this, this may be tied into all these other situations. It may be a completely different situation. It just depends. This is a collective read. It's general. For some of you, you may have actually experienced every single one of the things that I have mentioned. And for others of you, it may just be one piece here or there. You have to be able to discern for yourself, what's your energy and what's not, where you fit and where you don't. Okay. Okay, we'll just do a little bit of the intuitive Kev deck, okay? Or double decker here. Is there anything else that you want us to know for our Halloween reading, okay? Maybe this is not the deck today, because this does not feel like it wants to give me anything. I'll go one more time, and if I don't get anything, then there we go. Okay. Okay, we have the Collective, North Node, and Karmic Femme, Disingenuous. Okay, so you are part of the Collective, and you are in your North Node, right? Then you have this Karmic Femme in the energy, who is a false person, disingenuous, pretender, fake, false, right? You're not false. That's part of why you're in your North Node, right? You are just who you are, and you are like royal. You are, you have your crown. Your crown chakra is on tight, right? You've got your all your energies in alignment, okay, from your head to your toes. This person does not, and this person may have actually come up against you in some way, shape, or form, like I said. Yeah, and I definitely feel like the veil is thin, and spirit might be coming for them, definitely, in some way, shape, or form. Let's see. Tell us about this Karmic Femme. Do you want to give us any details about this Karmic Femme? What can you tell us about the Karmic Femme? Okay, we have October. We have J. Okay, so if that means anything to anybody, it's also 1010. Okay, and on the bottom of the deck we have November, which is 11. So I feel too like this cycle is closing out. It has been since the 1010 portal. Okay. And moving into November, you're going to have, yep, look at that. I just knew it. We have the another 11. So the 1111 portal, we have open portal, pillars, justice. Okay, so I feel like there may have been some kind of spiritual court, okay, that may have been activated at the 1010 portal. A decision has been made, and something is going to happen between now and the 1111 portal. Something is going to happen to this Karmic Femme, for sure, or involving this Karmic Femme in some way, shape, or form. Okay. Anything else you want us to know? All right. Anything else? Yeah, look at that. Bottom of the deck, number 20, Judgment. XX, Judgment. XX could be, it's the number 20 in the tarot deck is Judgment, but could also be death, right? When you have the X's over the I's, could be death. So this person has been judged, and their punishment may be death. Okay, we have Z, the end. Okay, so yeah. 24, 12 is the number of like man's law, and 24 to me is spiritual law. So I feel like, yeah, there's definitely been some kind of spiritual court here. Maybe involving love. Okay, this Karmic Feminine may have done something, to steal someone who was supposed to be, on the spiritual journey with you, and you ended up having to finish on your own because this person ghosted you, left you to do the journey alone. But you still, even all by yourself, I'm getting to with the Ace of Pentacles, that feeling of all alone, all by yourself. You still reached the end, and you still came out victoriously, even without them. That's just how strong you are. Okay, anything else? Let's see. 3. Yeah, because you have the Holy Spirit with you. Okay? Yeah. Let me just see anything here. Oh. The devil is the only one who doesn't want to change, so the devil stays behind and only has himself to blame because everyone else is growing and changing, but the devil stays the same. And we have the snake eating its tail here versus the infinity symbol, right? So this is very much the energy here, okay? You know, you may have been on a spiritual journey with someone who left you for, you know, who got tempted and swayed by the devil. Or who was already in double energy, right? This overindulgence, okay? And they chose to continue to be that way instead of get on the journey to healing with you, to leveling up. They didn't want to level up because they didn't want to change. And so they're getting left behind, okay? And they may be, you know, again, there may be some kind of karmic femme here, all right? But yeah, that's a pretty good card to end it on. So I think if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe to the video and to the channel. And I hope this has helped you in some way, shape, or form. And that if you haven't already, you will like, share, and subscribe to the video and the channel. Sorry, gosh, guys. Okay. Happy Halloween. I hope this has helped you in some way, shape, or form. And if nothing else, it has entertained you for a few moments in time. For goodness sake. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it took so long to get that out. Sorry, guys. See you next time.